Hello. Yes, it's Wednesday just after noon. What am I doing? Well, like I said, I thought I'd fit those crash bars a lot simpler than I thought. I thought there'd be all sorts of things dropping out, but the main spindle there, which was supplied, came out no trouble. Spaces just slot onto there. That came in useful as a slide hammer, because of that at the other side didn't line up. It was just slightly out, so what I did, get an M8 is it, bolt, put it in there, press it really hard in, and then tap it gently, and it went through the little, like about 1/4 mil discrepancy, because of the weight of the engine on that frame part. But the strange thing is, when I took the little plastic caps off, there you go, don't lose them, you tits. Put on with them. They're around somewhere, unless I've kicked them. Still. Anyway, a little plastic cap covering that hole, but there was nothing in the hole. It's just a hollow. Is that for fitting future accessories rather than missed putting a metal spindle through? Weird, isn't it? It is welded, so it's probably just a bar welded into a hollow in the frame and then welded again. Anyway, it was empty, so now it's in, thank goodness, with the use of that. They sometimes advise that, don't they? If you look on your spindle through and there's two brackets, that little difference there can make it stick, so just find something with exactly the same diameter and tap it through. Anyway, it's on, very dusty, they've been hung up on the ceiling for months. Was that space back? Not a lot of room, and the design's a bit weird. Oh yeah. And yeah, is that going to line up? Yes. Plenty of room there, not a lot of room there. Let it tap through a bit more. Only just. They're better too long than too short. Why make them so exact? Oh, yeah, just bypassing. I didn't want to take them off. Better to have both, isn't it? Trouble is, the Bellypan, I don't think I'll be able to get it back on, but does it matter? I thought of cutting it down, but I had to have such severe cuts to be hardly anything left. Maybe we should just have the scoop on the front. They're fastened on the little frame 8mm bolts. They'd have to be cut out like that. Bzzz, scrap all that. So should I even bother? It does add a certain styling to the fronts. What did I do yesterday? First day of the holidays, Tuesday. That's when I couldn't remember the name of when I was telling Alan. Pelargonium. Never heard of them, but they look nice, so I've got them. Spent £15 on plants. Tesco, Morrison's, and some rather sorry looking ones from Aldi. £2.49 for 4. I said, you never water them, they all look like they're on the last legs. Right, baby, enjoying the sunshine? Ah, I'm full of oil and grease, aren't I? You don't want that on your fluff. Ah, little baby. You're lovely, Ginger, aren't you? Mother, mother. Yes, I've gone for good old fuchsias. Lavender bushes getting big from last year. And more climbers, although the ones from last year have revitalised. Look, my buds on. Look a bit ill. But there must be goodness getting up to them. I can't even said chlamydia, not chlamydia, is it? What they're called? Oh, clematis, that's it, not chlamydia. You don't want to be buying chlamydia. So, I'll take it for a little test ride if I can fit them, but like I said, them threads look a bit dodgy, like it's not long enough. I shall see. I mean, the bolts are supplied are huge. With washers. Yeah, and washers look so big. Heat made in Poland. Have they got the specs wrong? Anyway, I'll tighten the nuts up if I can. And I'll continue in the next section. Bye for now. Well, they're on. Not too much of a faff, but the other bung won't fit on. And because we've replaced the bolt, the frame mounting bolt with a longer one to accommodate that and that white spacer, I don't think I've got any bolts in my many mandroids. So what I thought, I'll try and cut a chunk about 15 mil. It's only plastic, I think. I do have a hacksaw. In fact, I have my scorpion, don't I? I only got a little vice, so it's worth faffing about. Oh, and there's a finishing touch. Oh, I bloody lost one. I found them caps right to the side of the bag. Keep hold of them. Yeah, these plastic caps, you better put in a bit of sticky glue in. There's so much thread hanging out, is it going to fit? Yes. That spare thread, I thought of hanging a bracket off. I could always do that in the future. I have that single horn there. Yeah. Covered everything up. Yeah, because of that spare thread, I thought I could dangle a bracket down there, do a twin horn on a cross piece, but even though I've upgraded and got a better quality horns than them crappy $9.99 ones that kept failing every few months, I thought, do we need a twin horn? What's it called? Derek's got a Denali sound bomb, as has Beans on Toast, I think he said he's got a Denali. So, there we are, done. All the bloody cats pissing. There's white corrosion everywhere. Dirty little bastards. A bloke at work said, oh, cats just piss everywhere. I said, yeah, that's the trouble. They fit on quite snug then, but I'll put a bit of glue on anyway. So, crashbars fitted, but it's a case of safety and practicality over styling, because there's no way that will fit on now. Let's have a look. Put that down. Bloody hell. No way. Unless I cut great chunks, I'll be left with just that bottom scoop with nowhere proper to mount it. give it to Alan, but he's ordered one for his Hornets. Like I said, they're easy to fit. Rather than faff around taking them off, it's easier to take that bolt out there and stay on the other side. And the other bolts, you just here. Had a bit of trouble with the threads, but it's gone back in. That's the original nuts, original bolt. Who needs a bloody Bellypan? It's got scratched in it. Rivington buying speed humps, look at that. Surprised it's not worn through. So I think I'll scrap it. Unless somebody wants it, I don't think I'll be fitting it again. Not that interested in styling these days, too old to bother. So, cutting that down. I'll look for a bolt first, because if there's a shorter bolt, I'll check it out. It needs to be about 50mm shorter, I think. It is a twerp. That's not easy. Yes, it is. Good length of that. Yeah. So the threads need to be 50 to 60mm that way. I might have one. Doesn't have to be an Allen bolt. Faffing about. I'll be flopping in that deck chair after with a brew or a pomegranate juice. Not that it's done me any good yet. My new health kick. Low power. Oh, it's doing kilograms. 138. Oops. I've got a few bolts from previous bikes. I bet that's from my Nighthawk or my Super 4 1300. There's some in that drawer. Some shorts. Ah. Might be. Alright, let's have a look. A bit grotty, but wonder I get tired faffing about like this. Right. Bloody hell, made to measure. Just enough. So, spacer. Bolts. Yeah, look, nothing's moved. I'll take my helmet off. Right, it's on and tightened up. Only thing left, I thought that wire was a bit tight on that horn. The reason is I fitted a bracket I found in the drawer, a chrome one, which is now rusty. It needs a shorter bracket. I'm going to bend that in a little, make it more discreet. Say it without lisping. So I just had a look at my man drawer. First thing I come across was a little bracket off something. I couldn't believe it. It's perfect. It's about 1.5 inches shorter than the one that's on, plus it's not still bloody chrome. That big hole, I could put some washers on. So I'll swap it over. Yeah, my old chimney, I got that when I moved in from, it wasn't Morrison's, I think it was a Co-op. It's to burn bills. You don't want your bills going to the tip because people go pinching them, bruising through, find documents and buy a house in your name. So one day this week I'll be having a little fire. I got a bag of kindling wood and some firelighters. Only thing is that used to be up here, it snaps off. It's full of spiders. There's another one underneath. Oh, that's right, yeah, the grill was above there. I could do something with that, couldn't I? Get some bolts. So it's a split level. The papers need to be up here, they're fired there. Otherwise you'll just smother it out. If I could drill a little hole in that. Oh, that's where it cracked. It's worth fighting around with. No, I'll just burn them. Right, so bracket, old bracket off. To ease the pressure on the wires. And just have to get my little files on it. It's an M8, a mounting bolt, an M8. It's an M6 slot, so to file a millimetre off. Everything's just covered in cat piss, my hands stink of it. There's 2 enormous tomcats come in at night, I've seen them. And they're so big they can't fit through the cat flaps. They don't wee in the house, but they just squirt all over. But they're very nice cats. One's a huge stripy thing, and the other one is a blue Burmese. You can make a fortune with kittens if you bred him. I could adopt him and sell kittens. Yeah, but they just piss everywhere, little dirty sods. Right. So, I've not tested this for a while. I should test the horns every day, go somewhere quiet and give them a blast, because they do tend to fail, but these sorts are slightly more reliable than the traditional tin plate ones. There's a hole. Steaming up. Oh, I can't see a bloody thing. I'll check my helmet off. What's that bolt gone? Normal service will be resumed shortly. 14mm. No, that's a 12mm, that's right. Right, it's on. Tucked away under there now. I'm not sure if it's a sort of metal that'll take a lot of bending, so I just bent it back once, then forward a bit because it was a bit close to the downpipe. Give it a test. That's what should be dead. Sounds a bit crap, doesn't it? Hell. I wonder if I've got a better one in the drawer. Should I send for a dinner? Only £20 odd. I'm already well in the minuses and a long way from payday. What I've noticed You see there, I just painted it black because I noticed there's a little round bit sheared off, like someone, I don't know, why would they get something down there and shear the bloody casting off where the little brake plunger is? Weird. I could tell you they sheared off because it was bare metal. I mean, there's them to undo if you change the throttle, but otherwise, why would you get a spanner and fight around down there? Should I take it for a little ride? Oh, we're going to glue them on, wasn't it? Poo, boiled cat piss. So, crash bars. Maybe it's because I got my helmet on. I'll test it when my helmet's off. And see if it's any louder. Bike horns are crap, aren't they? They're all weedy, everyone says so. Cheap spotlight still working, 6 LEDs. I've smeared some clear silicone on like Alan did on his, just to do an extra little seal from the elements. Glue. I'm not going to super glue up. All I've got's that gooey. Well, I've got some Evo stick. Bit messy that though, isn't it? You better cotton bud, bit of normal glue. Don't need a great deal, just a little blob. Bits of rust everywhere. Has that paint been used up? It's gone hide. Oh, still alright. I sprayed a black satin into the cap. Wait for it to go quite solid. Because I don't have any little pots of paint. And touch things up like that little broken piece on there. How annoying, I've not noticed that before. I've not done it. I'll do that little nut as well. Many more little scrapes. No one else fitted them. It's for the Yamaha YBR, and they were so cheap I sent for 3 more. Every bike should have them, but many bikes omit to fit them. Why? They cover all the untidy gubbins up, the little wheel and everything, and the adjuster. That side reflector almost glows, doesn't it? I put a metallic Hornet on the top of it, little Hornet sticker. I wonder if it's designed, little flat plastic section. Must be designed for a reflector, and that's something else that the manufacturers don't fit. There were some cobblers on Honda's Twitter site saying, Hornet coming soon, another Hornet. He didn't say what size, so I sent a picture of mine. Of course, he didn't say, nice bike mate. What's wrong with people not communicating? Should clean that back wheel really, it's full of cat piss as well. And I should take the pads off and examine them. But the first thing I should do is have a sit down in a brew. Only a little job, but it's tiring going up and down. Nowhere else to put this on. See that white fluff? the sort of area that it could do with a little dab of black satin. You see, careful not to get any on anywhere else. Sometimes the cotton bud's just as good. Doing that all over a bike, you can make a bike look brand new. All that white fluff, if it won't clean off, it's oxidisation in it with acid and cat piss plus all the bad weather in winter. That was the end of the Jubilee clip, that was full of white guns. I noticed they've gone rusty. I sprayed mine blue, but it was an Aldi blue and didn't quite match. I'm going to sit down, cup of tea. Is that all for now? Time is it? 2:10. Took a lot longer than I thought, but I've been faffing about. Everything's tightened up. I'll glue them caps and have a sit down. So there we are, new heat polished crashbars on my Hornets. Simple enough job, but like I said, I had to do away with the old scratch Bellypan. Bye for now.